The Enigma of Mars. Unveiling the secret space program and humanity's otherworldly Odyssey imagine a crimson world suspended in the velvet abyss of space. Its rust-hued deserts whispering secrets older than time itself. Mars, the red planet, has long captivated humanity's imagination. A celestial enigma that beckons us with its promise of discovery and the tantalizing possibility of life beyond. Earth, for centuries, we have gazed at its distant glow, dreaming of the day when human footsteps might imprint its barren soil. Yet, what if that day arrived not in the future, but decades ago, shrouded in a veil of secrecy so profound that it defies belief? According to a cadre of whistleblowers led by the enigmatic Corey Goode, humans have not only walked on Mars but have thrived there since the 1970s, part of a clandestine space program known as Solar Warden. This is a tale woven with threads of science, mystery, and the ethereal allure of the cosmos. A narrative that dances on the edge of the surreal, inviting us to question the boundaries of reality. In this expansive exploration, we embark on a journey through the claims of secret space programs and human colonies on Mars, blending rigorous scientific inquiry with the mystical allure of the unknown. From the shadowy corridors of hidden government projects to the windswept plains of an alien world, we will unravel the evidence, probe the historical and technological feasibility, and ponder the profound implications of these extraordinary assertions. Prepare to be transported to a realm where the line between fact and fiction blurs, and the serene beauty of Mars becomes a stage for humanity's most audacious secrets. The whistleblower's testimony. Voices from the void. At the heart of this otherworldly saga stands Corey Goode, a man who claims to have pierced the veil of secrecy surrounding humanity's cosmic endeavors. In a statement that reverberates with both audacity and intrigue, Goode asserts, Mars was first visited by the Germans as far back as the 1930s, but during the 70s, U.S. space programs were actively exploring Mars and other planets to establish bases. In 1980, the U.S. SSP became Solar Warden. Under Project Solar Warden, vast development and colonization occurred on Mars and other planets. Bases on Mars were built under the surface. Goode's narrative is not a solitary whisper in the dark. It is echoed by a chorus of voices. Former NASA employees, military officials, and aerospace insiders who claim to have glimpsed the hidden machinery of a secret space program. Among them, William Tompkins, an aerospace engineer with a career spanning decades, asserts that the Germans pioneered space technology as early as the 1930s, laying the groundwork for later American efforts. During my tenure in the Navy, he writes, we discovered that the Germans had been inventing space technology since the early 20th century. Jackie, a former NASA employee, recalls a haunting memory from the 1970s Viking missions. I saw two men in spacesuits, not the bulky suits we normally used, but they looked protective. They came over the horizon walking to the Viking explorer. Her words, shared in an interview with Coast to Coast AM, paint a scene both serene and surreal. Captain Kaye, a retired Marine operating under a pseudonym, offers a tale of valor and extraterrestrial duty. He claims to have spent years on Mars, stationed there to protect 5 human colonies from indigenous life forms, and even served aboard a colossal space carrier for 3 years. These accounts, rich with detail and steeped in the mystique of the unknown, suggest a reality far beyond the public narrative of space exploration. They speak of underground bases carved into the Martian crust, of interstellar fleets traversing the solar system, and of a shadowy government operating free from oversight, a notion famously articulated by Senator Daniel Kaye, Inouye. There exists a shadowy government with its own Air Force, its own Navy, its own fundraising mechanism, and the ability to pursue its own ideas of the national interest, free from all checks and balances, and free from the law itself. Together, these voices weave a tapestry of intrigue, hinting at a cosmic conspiracy that stretches from Earth's hidden corridors to the desolate beauty of Mars. But can such claims withstand the scrutiny of science and history, or are they merely echoes of a fantastical dream? The historical canvas. Shadows of the Space Age. Shadows of the Space Age. To fathom the plausibility of humans on Mars since the 1970s, we must first step back into the crucible of the 20th century. A time when humanity's reach for the stars was both a triumph and a tightly guarded secret. The space race. A dance of discovery and deception. The 1950s and 60s unfurled the space race, a celestial duel between the United States and the Soviet Union that propelled humanity beyond Earth's embrace. The launch of Sputnik in 1957, followed by Yuri Gagarin's orbit in 1961 and the Apollo 11 moon landing in 1969, marked milestones of public triumph. Yet beneath this glittering surface lay a world of classified projects and unspoken ambitions. The Cold War fueled a culture of secrecy, with both superpowers cloaking their technological advancements in shadow. The U.S. military, for instance, developed the X-15 rocket plane and the SR-71 Blackbird, marvels of engineering that hinted at capabilities far beyond what was openly acknowledged. Could this era of clandestine innovation have birthed a secret space program capable of reaching Mars? The whistleblowers' claims suggest that the Germans, with their early forays into rocketry under figures like Wernher von Braun, laid a foundation that the U.S. later exploited. Von Braun, a key architect of NASA's Apollo program, had roots in Nazi Germany's V-2 rocket project, an endeavor that some speculate extended into realms of space travel far earlier than history records. While mainstream accounts dismiss such notions, the possibility lingers like a wisp of mist in the Martian dawn. The 1970s brought humanity closer to Mars than ever before with NASA's Viking 1 and 2 missions. Launched in 1975, these twin spacecraft delivered the first landers to the Martian surface, capturing images of a stark, otherworldly landscape, craggy plains, towering volcanoes, and the vast chasm of Valles Marineris. The Viking landers beamed back data on soil composition, atmospheric pressure, and the faint hope of life, yet found no trace of human presence. Jackie's claim of seeing men in spacesuits during these missions adds a layer of mystique. But the publicly archived Viking imagery reveals no such figures, only the serene desolation of an untouched world. If humans were already on Mars by this time, as Goode and others assert, how could such activity have evaded detection? The answer, they suggest, lies beneath the surface. Bases hidden in the labyrinthine depths of Martian caves and lava tubes, shielded from prying eyes and orbiting cameras. It's a notion that evokes both awe and skepticism, demanding we explore the scientific scaffolding beneath these ethereal claims. To colonize Mars in the 1970s, or even the 1930s, as Tompkins suggests, would require a mastery of technology and logistics that stretches the boundaries of imagination. Let us peer through the lens of science to test the feasibility of this cosmic odyssey. The journey. Crossing the celestial gulf. Mars lies an average of 225 million kilometers, 140 million miles from Earth, a distance that fluctuates with the planet's elliptical orbits. With 1970s technology, such as the chemical rockets used in the Apollo program, a one-way trip to Mars would take 6 to 9 months. The Saturn V rocket, the most powerful launch vehicle of its time,
could lift 140 metric tons to low Earth orbit, but lacked the efficiency for interplanetary travel with a human crew. Sustaining astronauts for such a journey would demand life support systems, oxygen, water recycling, food storage, and radiation shielding, far beyond what was available then. The Apollo missions, which lasted mere days, pale in comparison to the endurance required for Mars. Today, NASA and private entities like SpaceX are developing advanced propulsion systems, such as nuclear thermal or ion engines, to shorten this voyage. Yet in the 1970s, such technologies were embryonic at best, locked in theoretical blueprints rather than operational reality. Could a secret program have bridged this gap decades ahead of its time? The thought is as tantalizing as it is improbable. Life on the red planet. A fragile existence. Mars is a hostile realm. Its thin atmosphere, composed mostly of carbon dioxide, offers a pressure just 1% of Earth's, rendering it unbreathable. Temperatures plummet to minus 140 degrees Celsius, minus 220 degrees Fahrenheit. At the poles, an average minus 63 degrees Celsius, minus 81 degrees Fahrenheit. At the equator. At the equator. At the equator. At the equator. Cosmic and solar radiation bombard the surface, unchecked by a magnetic field or thick ozone layer. To survive, humans would need habitats with airtight seals, robust heating, and radiation protection. Engineering feats that challenge even modern capabilities. Goode's vision of underground bases offers a poetic solution. Lava tubes and natural caverns could shield colonists from radiation and micrometeorites. Their rocky embrace a sanctuary beneath the storm-swept surface. Yet constructing such bases would require heavy machinery, power sources, and a supply chain stretching across 225 million kilometers. The Viking missions detected no seismic activity or electromagnetic signatures hinting at subterranean activity, leaving this hypothesis draped in mystery rather than evidence. Evidence in the ether, the silence of Mars. If humans have thrived on Mars since the 1970s, their presence would leave echoes. Radio signals pulsing through space, thermal plumes rising from habitats, or the glint of spacecraft in orbit. Mars is a celestial observatory's darling, scrutinized by telescopes, orbiters, and rovers from NASA, the European Space Agency, and beyond. The Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, with its high-rise camera, captures details as small as a meter across, yet no images reveal artificial structures or human footprints. Radio astronomers, too, scour the skies for signals, from natural phenomena to potential extraterrestrial intelligence. A human colony would rely on communication with Earth, yet no unexplained transmissions emanate from Mars. The logistics of resupply, rockets launching from Earth, traversing space, and landing on Mars, would be a symphony of activity impossible to conceal for half a century. The silence of Mars speaks volumes, a serene counterpoint to the whistleblowers' vibrant claims. Why, then, do these tales of secret space programs and Martian colonies resonate so deeply? The answer lies in the interplay of science and the human soul, a yearning for the ethereal, the hidden, and the boundless. The shadow government, a cosmic cabal. Senator Inouye's words conjure an image of a world within a world, a clandestine network wielding technology beyond our grasp. Conspiracy theories of secret space programs draw from real threads of history. The Manhattan Project, Area 51, and the untold billions funneled into black budgets. The notion that such a cabal could orchestrate humanity's leap to Mars taps into a primal fascination with power and the unseen. It's a narrative that transforms the mundane into the mystical, casting Mars as a forbidden Eden. The otherworldly dream. Mars itself is a canvas for our dreams, an alien realm where the impossible becomes plausible. The whistleblowers' stories infuse it with life. Underground cities aglow with artificial light, space fleets gliding through the void, and humanity as cosmic pioneers. This vision, though unproven, mirrors the science fiction of Ray Bradbury and Arthur C. Clarke, blending the serene beauty of an alien world with the thrill of discovery. It's a siren call to those who see the stars not as distant fires, but as distant fires, but as distant fires, but as destinations. The burden of proof. Yet science demands more than dreams. Carl Sagan's adage. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence hangs heavy over this tale. The whistleblowers offer Personal testimonies, vivid, compelling, but solitary. No photographs, no declassified documents, no artifacts from Mars bolster their words. WikiLeaks, cited by some as a potential trove of proof, has released no files confirming human colonies or Solar Warden. The absence of evidence is not evidence of absence, conspiracy theorists argue, but science leans toward the tangible, not the ethereal. While the past remains cloaked in doubt, the future of Mars shines with promise. Public and private ventures are forging a path to the Red Planet, their ambitions rooted in transparency and verifiable progress. NASA's Artemis program seeks to return humans to the Moon by 2025, a stepping stone to Mars in the 2030s, with rovers like Perseverance and plans for the Mars sample return mission. The agency is unraveling the planet's secrets step by step. These efforts, documented and shared with the world, contrast starkly with the secrecy of alleged past programs. Elon Musk's SpaceX envisions a Martian colony of 1 million souls, propelled by the Starship, a vessel tested in full view of the public. Boeing's Dennis Muilenburg, too, stakes a claim. I'm convinced the first person to step foot on Mars will arrive there riding a Boeing rocket. These titans of industry compete not in shadow, but in the spotlight, their rockets roaring into the sky as symbols of human ambition. As we stand on the cusp of a new era in space exploration, the claims of Corey Goode, William Tompkins, Jackie, and Captain Kaye linger like stardust in the wind, captivating, mysterious, yet elusive. Have humans walked the crimson plains of Mars since the 1970s, their footsteps hidden beneath a cosmic shroud? The evidence suggests not. The technological leaps, the silence of the Martian ether, and the absence of tangible proof cast these tales as ethereal fables rather than scientific truth. Yet the allure persists. Mars remains a beacon of the unknown, its serene desolation a mirror for our deepest aspirations. Whether through secret programs or future voyages, humanity's destiny among the stars is a story still unfolding, a saga of science, wonder, and the eternal quest to touch the infinite. For now, we gaze upward, caught between the mystical whispers of the past and the radiant promise of tomorrow, forever enchanted by the Red Planet's silent song,